Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2. This is episode number 18, and we are doing our revisit here to Agrabah. This is going to be all of Agrabah in one big episode. I think the remainder of the episodes this week are going to be pretty big. We're going to be covering whole worlds as we go through them, so that should be exciting if you're looking to get the most bang out of your buck. At this point in time in the Let's Play series, this video and the next one are going to be the entirety of the worlds, solely because I know a lot of these worlds we have to revisit in the upcoming future, and yeah, we're probably going to be a month behind as far as Let's Plays go for the year. Now, luckily, we do have like some leeway we can sort of rely on there and sort of pull out, and won't be as big of a deal as it is in other Let's Plays, but yeah, I think we'll be, I'm at least expecting almost a month behind at this point in time with just how everything is going. I do want to get a special 4th of July episode out there. I do typically try to get something out for holidays. I'm not very great at it, but we'll see. If anybody has any suggestions as to what to do for a 4th of July episode, please leave that down in the comments below too. I'd be really interested in seeing what the community wants to see, and yeah, maybe we can make that happen. But like I said, today is all about Agrabah. Luckily, if you watched yesterday's video, I am not as intoxicated as I was when I did the voiceover for yesterday's video, so I will be able to hang on here for all 36 minutes. Yeah, yesterday's video quickly went to shit. Honestly, I refused to even go back and view it because I don't even want to know what I was going on about. You know, sometimes it gets like that. So if you're interested in seeing that, yeah, look at yesterday's video. I was having a few soda pops here, of course, as average, and well, not as average. I think I had about 6 or 7 more than I typically do before I even sat down to do the voice recording. So that's always fun. But now I'm just going to completely disassociate from that and act like it never happened, so that way, you know, people viewing this in the future can watch that video and be like, what the fuck happened there? And that'll be their only thought. They just won't know. That one episode will just seem like really bizarre, like I had no idea what I was talking about and skipped the biggest part of the video because I just wanted to go to sleep. But yeah, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, here we are battling through Agrabah. That is an endless battle. It cuts us out of it. It's trying to show us that Iago has turned a leaf and has become an actual good character here. You know, I believe him. Honestly, I believe him because I played the game a lot of times and just know, you know, he's good in this one. Just like how he is, I believe. I have not seen it, and you'll have to really cut me some slack here, because growing up as a kid, I would say out of all the Disney movies I watched, excluding The Fox and the Hound, I think Aladdin was one of my favorites. Plus, at the time, I did have a dog, and her name was Jasmine. So I always loved that name. To me, Jasmine as like a female name, 10 out of 10. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Especially in like when it comes to dogs and stuff. Like, our dog was truly like a gentle, laid back family dog, so it just seemed really fitting. But yeah, I think I didn't watch like a ton of Disney movies growing up. The ones that I did were like they weren't as like, I don't even know how to put it. So like, Disney has like, of course, you know, I saw like Monsters Inc. and like things like that, but Disney had like such a reputation for like being like these really hard-hitting emotional videos when I was a kid. Like I said, like The Fox and the Hound is the perfect example. Like, you compare that to like anything that's been made like after that, like the Fox and the Hound versus like Lilo and Stitch and like movies like that, and it's just like, it's not even close, like the emotional level that's there. But I feel like Aladdin wasn't either, but it was still really good in what it was trying to do. You know, it was just different, I guess. And Robin Williams acting as the genie, that was terrific too. He's a great voice actor and brought a lot of enthusiasm into the film and things like that. think my main problem with Disney and why I respected like some of the smaller movies versus the bigger movies is like, even I can remember in Aladdin, like the whole "I can show you the world" kind of shit. I'm not a big like song movie person. I think it like takes away from the movie when you need to. When the movie needs to be based around songs, you've taken away from the point of the movie. It should be a musical. You're a musical without the budget of a musical. Let's just be honest. That's all that it is. If anybody wants to debate that with me down in the comments, feel free to drop it down there. But that is my 100% honest opinion. If you are a movie or even a TV show, I have said it before, I'll state it here. I don't know if I've said it on these videos, but I will tell you, Family Guy, from my perspective, when the episode that came out with Mr. Booze, where like Peter goes into Alcoholics Anonymous and he has the big whole song and dance about Mr. Booze, don't mess with him, all that stuff, that's when the series died for me. And I will say, like, yeah, one show that did it well for a long time was South Park, but I just recently had to catch up on South Park again because I felt the same way after they were doing, like, the whole bullying in school and whatever sort of musicals where, like, at the end of the episode there'd be, like, a 6-minute long video. It's just, it's not funny. And I've never found it entertaining. It's not great. And like I said, Aladdin is probably like one of those movies where I say the balance of the movie itself is enough that it cuts down on the musical aspect and I can enjoy it. But I would say most of the time when a film does that, it's garbage. It's complete and utter trash. But if you've ever seen the second Aladdin movie, like I said, I haven't personally. I think this is pretty much verbatim what happens. They trap Jafar in a lamp. Some guy gets the lamp. Iago's escaped. He's trying to have his return into being like a good guy. And then, which we won't see in this episode because there is a revisit to this world later, Jafar ends up coming out and we have to battle him at the end. But what I will say with a lot of this stuff is you can see in this episode we're dealing with the Pirates of the Caribbean Keyblade. Like, that's what I'm working with. And my theory here, if I'm wrong, please drop it in the comments below as well. I know I'm asking a lot of comments this week, but please drop it in the comments if I'm wrong. My theory while working through this has been, if I don't get a Keyblade, I have to return to the world, and that's why I'm not getting a Keyblade. I'm pretty sure that's like point on what is going on. Like, I think that's how the game utilizes the whole system of you need to return here by not giving me a Keyblade. Like, it's kind of subtly letting me know. I can't confirm that with like 100%, you know, like that's true, that's a fact, that's what happens. But I'm pretty damn sure that's what happens, because I'm pretty sure once you complete a world, you get a Keyblade for said world. And us not getting the Keyblade is kind of confirming that, like, hey, at some point in time, you have to revisit these worlds in order to beat the game. And if I'm going to be brutally honest, there are some worlds, I've already said it, like Atlantica, and one that we will unlock at the end of this world that I'm not sure if we even show. But there are 2 worlds in particular in this game that you don't even have to play through. Like, you don't. Atlantica is one of them. And then the other one, I'll share it. No, I'm not going to share it, actually, because I am going to play through it. And it is a really fun world, in my opinion. It shakes up the dynamic just a little bit. But I really like it. But if you're aware of the series and you played through Kingdom Hearts 2 before, you might know what I'm talking about. If you've viewed any content on YouTube regarding Kingdom Hearts 2, you definitely know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to dive too much into it, because like I said, to me, Atlantica's kind of nonsense, but the other world is kind of cool. And I do wish it was in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's all I'll say. But obviously here, we are going through with the peddler, making a deal. But there we go, we can count on Iago. Always good to see that. Like I said, it is nice that, like I said, in the film, I believe Iago turns a new leaf and Jafar comes back in the new lamp as a genie and everything like that. I do think what is going on here is legitimately following the plot elements. I can't confirm or deny, but I do think it is, you know, it's on par with what happens in the films. And honestly, in these sorts of games, I think that's all you could ask for. Here, I do beat the shit out of this crate for a while. That is not the way to get it. You actually need to use the fire a spell. I think it might just... I don't know if it's just fire or fire, but I know you do need the fire to, like, go around your belly. If that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just using fire. So there you go. That's how you get rid of those, if you want to get any of those while you're here. Like I said, I'm going in, I'm checking a lot of crevices, because I know Agrabah in the past has been a critical area into hiding little secrets. We'll beat this guy. I really don't want to deal with as many of these guys as humanly possible. They are so annoying to work around. So, we will try to avoid them at all costs. But, you know, if we come into contact with them, we will do what we must. But like I've said before, they're just... it's such a pain in the neck. You know, it happens. What can you do about it? And there we go. We got Pete walking into the head of oh, he almost got him on the good old dangle there. And we're walking here now. I forgot how quick my little visit outside was there. And that was solely just because I wanted to just keep the story moving. You know, I do expect in a lot of these future episodes... you know, I'll keep some heartless scenes in there, but I do want to shorten some things up if it's not, like, a story relevant. Just because it is, right, we could do this for hours. Probably days, honestly. When I was a young kid, I beat these games. I got the ultimate weapon in each of the games, and except for Kingdom Hearts 3, because... I was in college and fuck that time spent. We're past 10 minutes now. I could say whatever the fuck I want. Fuck it. Fuck it. We can do whatever we want. But here we go. I do know in the future, I don't think it impacts it here, but I do try to be cautious of it. In the future, when we go through this area, we can actually fall off the sides here and fall into a bit of a puzzle maze that's lying below us. I'm trying everything in my capacity to not do that, but I actually don't believe it is a big problem in this episode. And I do want to say too, I don't think I do it at the end of this episode, but I may do it at the end of next episode, and I'll bring it up again. I do go and I beat the first, like, Hades Cup kind of thing, like the first challenge that presents us. I'll definitely be sharing, like, the final series of games that exist there, like the actual Hades Cup, but the other minor cups, like this one was featuring like Leon and Yuffie. I'm not going to be showing those. I'm just using them as a sense to level up and get some new items. There's no relevance. You could beat the whole game without going through and doing them. If that's something you guys want to see, let me know. I could do a whole episode of me going through them, but if you're like most people and beat them towards the end of the game just to get the items and whatnot, they're usually not hard. Usually relatively easy to work your way through, but I'm trying to like keep on pace and do them when I'm set level to do them. So I'm pretty sure I either do them at the end of this world here or at the end of the next world when I'm like just 1 or 2 levels above what the recommended level is to go and do them. But now you get to see the first shit show here of what's going to be this episode. The little monkey guy, I forget, Abu, that is his name. It is Abu. Goes back and gets this little gem, and then it starts a whole world of chaos here. I'm honestly not even really going to commentate over it. It's really simple to do. If I'm going to be honest, all you have to do is have a full set of health with Sora so you can take as much damage as possible. And then just continuously hit the triangle button. That's it. I make it a little bit more complex because I didn't understand what was going on. But yeah, that's all you gotta do. You can see there, yeah, I wasn't understanding it, so. But now I do. We're okay. Sora's okay to take damage here. It's no big deal. Just like every other minigame in this world. And this game period. All you have to do is just hit triangle repeatedly and you will get through it. That's it. No big questions. That's all you have to do. There we go. We have beat this little mini game. There goes the golden monkey, which is also the name of a pretty high potent beer. I'm gonna save here. I do this periodically in all the episodes just to be safe. For anybody, if this is your first time viewing, sorry, this is probably a poor introduction, but yeah. I always save every chance I get. Sometimes I cut it out, sometimes I leave it in. It depends. I'll cut it out if like I start equipping items and abilities, but most of the time I'll leave it in. Just because I just save and that's it. My big thing is just not wasting the time of people watching this video, you know. Okay. But yeah, honestly, I think a lot of this world is pretty straightforward, at least the first time through. I think the second time through, there's some more complexity there. So we're leveled up to 23, which is good, and I'm going to start looking down because I do think there are some hidden crowns here that if you miss them on the first time, you can get them again, but it really requires you to go through the whole... You have to go through the whole cavern again, which is never a fun time. If I'm gonna be honest, yeah, like, I like Agrabah a lot more in this world. It's a lot more built out, but, yeah, just some of the crevices that are hidden in here are a pain in the ass in the future. Definitely not in this playthrough, but when we come here the second time, you'll understand what I'm saying. And I don't think that crown there wasn't hard to get if you missed it on the first one. But I do think the one that we're going to come across here, once we go down, is pretty challenging. And I do hate, like, the very limited area to hit this guy in this section. It doesn't seem fair, but there you can see this crown you can't reach once you hit the ground, so you have to float into it like that. Otherwise, you'll never get it. And it becomes easier once you learn how to fly, right? That's no spoiler. If you played through the first Kingdom Hearts, you know in the Peter Pan world, we learned how to fly, and obviously we're going to do the same in the second game, because it's still Sora, same abilities, all that good stuff. But, yeah, you can't get that if you don't either time it just perfectly on your first walkthrough, or don't fly. And to be honest, sometimes you don't get the opportunity to come back here on your second try. I know in this world specifically, I believe we do. I believe we get every reason to come back here, but we'll see that there. And then I also do have a running theory here. Somebody please comment in the comment section below if I'm wrong, but I think you can only hold 9 AP boosts at a time. If that is true, please let me know. Because I was trying to save them for the end of the game, but I think in the next episode I realized it was like we were at 9 and it just kept repeating at 9, so I started just giving them to Sora and then like equally distributing them through the group. But that is a huge waste of potential. Because at the end of the game, I really want to give the AP to the, you know, the individuals that could use them the most. Like, it's really annoying that it doesn't go over 9. That seems like a huge, like ridiculously huge inconvenience, if I'm going to be brutally honest. That, like, not even an inconvenience, it's a load of shit. Because I'm pretty sure we can have over 10 potions holding at one time. But we'll test that over the next video or two. But it's more so something to be aware of, because if that is the case, it is kind of bullshit, to be honest. I've been trying to do my diligence, synthesize as much materials as possible without really truly grinding and things like that. But here you can see Pete is spying in and learns a little bit about the Jafar situation and is gonna set up utter chaos here to consume our life. Cause he's Pete, why wouldn't he? No, that's all part of the situation. Why does this always happen, Donald? Because you're a protector of light, buddy. They actually start out with a pretty strong attack. Like, I really can't defend what they're doing here for a little bit. But, yeah, after a couple seconds, it sort of turns into bullshit once I start defeating some of them. And it makes it really easy here. It's nothing over the top, really hard to deal with. Now, I will say, if you're a fan of the Pokemon series, tomorrow's episode is the only episode in the week that I really struggle with knowing if it's going to come out on time. It may come out much later in the afternoon, but we'll see when we get there. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. You plan for the best, hope for the worst, but sometimes the worst is the reality. And that's what we are facing here as the average Joe comes back from vacation. I'm trying to get everything done in a really quick manner, and yeah, as you would expect, it's not working the best. And I have some 4th of July plans and things like that, so it's just trying to get things done. And, you know, just trying to live through life, man. That's why, if you watch that episode from yesterday, that's why I'm pretty hammered throughout it. Sometimes it happens. Just how it goes. You know? Sometimes the shit just goes that way, and what can you say? Sometimes it's just how it rolls. But here we go, we return with this stuff. The peddler seems to be gone. Now let's fight some Heartless. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. That is the nicest way I could say what we are doing. Because, you know, what else do we really have to share? Let's go back to the palace. Let's make some story happen here. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. I'm taking with a friend right now, sorry. But sometimes that shit happens. Sometimes you gotta be a dick. But here we go. Looks like Iago was actually taking one for the team. Pete gets Jafar here in this little ass, tiny ass lamp. He's gonna make such a great artist. Like Jafar would roll with that in any capacity. Come on now. It's Jafar. But here do we get the genie, and Genie actually has a really good scene here. It's actually really heartfelt. It's pretty cool. But here we go. Genie doesn't know that is an owl up until he sees Al and is like, oh shit. It is funny, he makes a little bit of comments about weight and stuff. Sorry, I was fucking with a friend that's playing now on Steam. I had to do it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, folks? You can't just let your friends go off and do things peacefully. You have to fuck with them. Of course. Yep. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. But here we are. We are actually into the main boss battle of our first visit to Agrabah. There's another soda pop. I know it's... Your opinion is probably my opinion on it. It's a little bit anti-traumatic. Yeah, it's just not... There's not a whole lot here. And that's what I feel on my first visit to Agrabah every time. And that's why I'm sort of sharing it, is... There's not a whole ton here in Agrabah that keeps me coming back. Like, every time I play through this Let's Play, or just this game in general, because I played through it so many times, there's just not a ton here compared to the first... I would say when I went through and I played through Kingdom Hearts 1, Agrabah was one of those worlds where I legitimately was thinking to myself, like, holy shit, there's so much here to do, and it's all really relevant, and it's all to the story, and there's, like, everything's cool and new and whatever. I don't get that from this Let's Play. Agrabah, this first playthrough, is boring. That's how I word it, and it's really sad that it's that way, but if I'm gonna be honest, that's my thought. It's mediocre gameplay. And it's just here to be here. It's here to be a repeat world. That's it. And that kind of sucks. You know? It's just kind of fucking stupid. And every now and then I can appreciate a little bit of stupid, but this is, You're reintroducing a world we've already been to. You need to be impactful here. What are you doing? Come on now. What are you doing? But here we go. We get some chains going down to a tomb down below a Taco Bell. Apparently, Jafar's freaking his colonoscopy bag is getting buried down there. And Iago has actually proved himself as a worthy guy here. So everybody starts to redeem a little bit. I appreciate that a lot. You know, give a little bit of love from our bird there. Genie has returned. I don't know if he's actually played by Robin Williams in this game, but thank you, Genie. Thank you, Robin Williams. Always great. R.I.P., buddy. Al can't miss Sora's farewell party. Of course he can't. Yeah, so Sora's getting ready to leave here. Iago comes back with the gem that Donald was eyeing up. He was given the old, gotta have that bad boy. You know how it goes. Sometimes you see a gem in the store and you're like, guess what? I gotta have that shit. That's what Donald was doing. And the good old little monkey friend picked it up. Forget his name now. It's not Iago. That's just what I called him a second ago. But Iago's the bird. What is the monkey called? I don't know. But regardless, Sora frees this world from the Heartless. That's all the important parts. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We will be seeing you all here back again. I believe this is coming out on Wednesday, so we'll see you all here on Friday. These episodes are coming out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with some additional episodes coming out of the weekend there. And then we will also be having Pokemon Soul Silver coming out on Tuesday and Thursday. And at least one episode on the weekend there. We're really pushing these Let's Plays hard right now. Just to try and get them out there and have everything posted. We are running a little bit behind on my schedule, and I'm a very schedule-orientated person, so it is kind of rubbing me the wrong way, but I do hope you are enjoying this Let's Play, and I hope to see you all here on the next one. If you watch the Pokemon series Let's Play that came out before this one, you watch all my videos, I do sincerely apologize for how extremely intoxicated I was on that video. Here you can see we get some items here, and then I do believe we actually have a brief moment at the, I don't even want to share what this is. Let's sit through. Actually, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna cut all my voice. Have a snazzy week. I'll see y'all here in the next one. I don't want to ruin any of this post-credit stuff. I will ruin it in the next episode a little bit, but I don't want to ruin it just yet. So until next time, everybody take it easy, and we'll see y'all here in the next one. Peace out.
Maybe waiting isn't good enough.
My thoughts exactly. If you have a dream, don't wait. Act. One of life's little rules. Got it memorized?
Who are you?
Axel. I happen to be an acquaintance of Sora's. Why don't we go see him?
Sora?
We've got something in common, Kairi. You and I both miss someone we care about. Hey, I feel like we're friends already.
You're not acting very friendly. Hey, what is this place? Huh?
You okay?
What?
You and that dog came flying out of a hole in the wall. You nearly gave us heart attacks.